What is the relationship between the two of you and the young lady over there?
Oh, she's my niece.
I'm his nephew.
That doesn't sound right.
That sounds wronger and wrong.
When I came out of the closet to my mother, she told me about a close relative of mine who had died. And she said that she thought he was that way too. And then she told me a story about him when he was a very young man. He was working in the CCC camps during the Roosevelt New Deal in the 30s. And that there was another young man, they must have been about 18 at the time, who they were from the same hometown. And she said he was a real good friend of his. That's about as far as she would go. And he drowned. And my relative actually ended up accompanying his body on a train back to their hometown of Asheville, North Carolina. And there was something so tragic and poetic about that. And I'm from the South, and I'm a playwright, so I have an inner Tennessee Williams that just sort of started churning through this particular scenario and what it might have been and what it could have been, and that's where it came from.
I got a beautiful script by Alan. It's got sparkling dialogue and it's beautifully wrought, and I knew I wanted to do it from the moment I read it. And then we got on the phone together, and we both had really strangely similar stories and reasons for wanting to make it, and it's a sort of marriage made in heaven, really.
You're gonna be the person you decide to be, or you're gonna be the person everyone else tells you are. You get to choose.
Can I come visit you sometime?
It was beautiful, and I cried, you know. And also I have a really a foolproof way of judging scripts, which is how many cups of coffee that you drink during the reading of the script, and this was 1 cup of coffee script, so, you know, some are 6.
Never known anybody who was gay before.
Of course you had.
Choir director at church.
Mr. Jurgensen? But he's so
What?
religious.
I looked Sophia up on IMDb. I saw her in Sharp Objects, and I knew that I had a role in the movie of a young girl who had to be 14 and 18. She was 16 at the time. I saw that she had done it. I bought it and watched it, and then I called her agents.
So when you told me I should be what I want to be, that was just bull.
It was so different from the stuff that I usually do, so I felt like this was just the perfect opportunity. It's a lot of fun working with such talented actors, and it's also, they're so much older than me, you know, they're much more experienced.
Calm down.
I didn't mean it like that. I'm used to working with people my age, but it was very different from what I was used to. But it was, you know, I felt like I could learn a lot from them. This whole thing is kind of like a learning experience, and I try to take every job as an experience to learn more. And so I learned a lot on this project, and I'll probably learn a lot on my next one.